Hello, my name is Will Cadella, and today I'm going to show you how to record audio on your Windows laptop. I'm going to come down here to my bottom left-hand Windows menu. I'm going to scroll down to Voice Recorder. Remember, these are in alphabetical order. So there's Voice Recorder right there. I go ahead and click on it. You see that I've already actually recorded a couple of test recordings right there. And you can play those back, obviously, just by clicking on the play button. You can also go create a new recording by clicking on the blue button right here. Here's one quick tip I'll share with you. If you have a lot of audio you will be recording, run a little test real quick so that you don't waste your time recording, say, for example, something that's 10, 15, 20 minutes long, and then finally figuring out that there's an issue with your microphone or something like that. I'll go ahead and click stop. You could also click pause, but I'll go ahead and click stop. And you see I have a new recording up here. I can play it back as well. There's a share button down here. I want to use that much, to tell you the truth. There's really not much to actually do with that button. You can trim it. If I click on this, I can do some basic trims with this, just if you want to kind of shorten it up a little bit there. You can also delete that if it just was a recording that wasn't satisfactory. You can also, as well, you can rename it, and this is very important because all of it will be just a default recording, then a number. So you may want to rename those so it's a little bit easier to put together a little bit later in an audio program that I'll show you. And I'll just go ahead and make this just one right there. And now these three little inconspicuous dots are actually really important. This will show you the file location, but also if you're having a problem with your microphone settings, something just isn't coming through correctly, go ahead and click on this and check that out on your laptop there. But I'll go ahead and click on Open File Location. So sometimes when you make a recording or something like that, you can get lost in your files, and this is actually an easy way to find it. This just shows me exactly where it's at in my recording. So it's actually under Documents in a folder called Sound Recordings. The next thing I want to talk about are just a few quick, simple tips on recording high-quality audio. And do remember, you can always edit this later, so you don't have to make it perfect the first time. In fact, the recording I'm making right at this very moment, I plan on going into an audio program, splicing it up, and cleaning up a little bit later. So 3 things you should remember when you're speaking is make it very clear. Speak clearly into the microphone. You don't have to go really fast or anything like that. Just speak clear and make sure you practice proper enunciation, that is, clearly pronouncing your words so that the hearer can understand. The other thing is speak close to your laptop. Don't stand far away from it. Laptop microphones usually aren't all the best, unfortunately, so you want to make sure that you're speaking close to your laptop as well, but not so close you're getting what we call like little pops or anything like that. So also make sure that you're speaking calmly. It can sometimes be a little nerve-wracking when you're recording yourself via audio. And just what I like to do is just try to imagine that I'm speaking to somebody like I normally would in an everyday conversation, and that can help as well. The other thing I'm going to talk about is you may want to use a script when you are recording audio. Sometimes it's easy to kind of ramble when we are recording audio, but remember, if this is something, for example, like a lesson or some type of presentation, people want to have it in as a succinct and simple fashion and package as possible. That means we're trying to make it clear, and hopefully a script can keep you on target as well too, and hopefully also keep us from forgetting very important topics and issues as well. And the other thing I'm going to talk about is keeping it simple. When you're talking and speaking and recording audio, do remember that you will also have visuals and maybe text, other elements that will go along with it that will help support what you're trying to communicate. And the other thing too, when I talk about simple, is you don't want to have a lot of background noise like fans or, say, for example, a refrigerator condenser kicking on, or maybe someone knocking on your door. Sometimes actually I put a little sign on my door that says, "I'm sorry, I'm recording a lesson or an audio recording right now. Please email me. Thank you." Just a little sign like that. I've actually had a few times when I've been recording a lesson, I didn't put that sign up and someone came right on in, and that's a hard lesson learned. Another thing I'm going to show you real quick too, and this is actually Adobe Premiere. Here's what I actually edit a lot of my videos and audio in, and what I mean by cutting up and splicing things. Like, say, for example, this section right here was just something that I need to cut out. I can actually take that section, splice it, delete that. I can move this over and actually clean this up as I go. So there's a lot you can do after you've recorded the audio, but you want to make sure you record the highest quality audio that you possibly can.